Welcome to the 196th edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic again. We have returned to long form. I am Tiger Height.
There is objectively way too much wrestling this weekend.
Way too much wrestling.
Too much.
We're doing 4 reviews. Let's get into it. Let's start with Night of Champions. I know
it seems like ancient history.
It seems like ancient history because we've had, 2 events already with WWE?
Yep.
But you know what? We have to cover it.
We do.
Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes in the King of the Ring finals. Yeah, we're doing it by match. Overall, the show was fine. I'm going to give an Orange Cassidy thumbs up.
It was pretty forgettable, especially, with all the events that have been happening since.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, I feel like the King and Queen of the Ring, we'll talk about the Queen of the Ring here soon, but with the King of the Ring, it doesn't feel like that big deal it did before.
No, it doesn't. Well, because they kind of relegated it now. Well, they should have had it as a separate pay-per-view event, but they didn't. So it kind of felt like it was just there to be there for reasons.
I don't necessarily mind them doing it in Saudi Arabia.
I don't mind that at all.
I think maybe
it fits the theme very well.
Yeah, it would have been better. It would have been better if it was named Crown Jewel like it was last year.
Oh yeah.
It was called Crown Jewel, and they did King and Queen of the Ring, which makes sense.
Yeah,
with Night of Champions, this doesn't make sense at all.
No, because when I think Night of Champions, I think about back in the olden days when every title would be on the line.
That's what Night of Champions is supposed to be. It's supposed to showcase all of the champions. But with this show, we had one?
I think so.
One actual title match.
Yeah.
No, we had 2.
Oh, okay.
We had the United States title match too.
That's right.
So, back to Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. You knew this was going to be a very good match.
Yes.
This is a wasted opportunity to not turn Cody heel.
Right.
This would be awesome of him getting to be a power-drunk King Cody. How cool would that be?
I think that there's a huge hesitancy on Cody's part to turn heel. He knows it's going to happen eventually. Triple H and The Rock have both pressured him into going heel. So
you gotta find the right time because this is not just anybody turning heel. This is Cody Rhodes turning heel. This is the current face of the company.
More or less, he is the face of the company, yes.
Even though he's not the champion, he is the face of WWE.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's killing it, and he's great as a babyface. But man, him turning his hair black and all of that, that'd be awesome.
That would be.
Now, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. Cody won. It was a good match. You knew it was. Kind of a weird placement for this. Yeah, that's the sort of where it was there. Orange Cassidy, thumbs up, being nice. This could have waited till Evolution. Now, this is before Liv Morgan's injury. So we assumed that it was going to be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez taking on Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella. I think that should still be the match, but
I think that was the initial plan.
It should still be that because at least you have the affiliation, but it's just random injury. It happens. Wasn't a bad match. It was fine. There was just other places where this could have been, where it wouldn't have felt so off. This could have
easily been a Raw.
Yeah.
Like a Raw main event.
Would have been a fantastic one there. It's just weird because of where they were. They had to be careful.
Yes.
And I think that's sort of why I was not a big fan of this match, because they were too careful. There's a fine line between careful and just straight up killing each other. We'll talk about that match here in a bit. But Rhea Ripley won with the Riptide through the table, for a street fight match, given the limitations of, socioeconomic reasons. It was fine. Perfectly acceptable.
Hooray.
Sami Zayn Killer Kross, or Karrion Kross, whatever his name is. I love that.
Again, this could have been a Raw.
It probably would have been better at Raw, but Sami Zayn has to go to Saudi Arabia because it is Sami Zayn, and he's been in the rivalry with Karrion. This is before Sami Zayn requested some time off as well. That happened actually the next day. Karrion Kross is moving merch like a motherfucker, and I don't know why WWE is not capitalizing on this. People want to see Karrion.
Do we have stats on how much merch he's moving?
Oh, he's surpassed Cody and John Cena.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember what it was. I saw the numbers. It was insanity. But his shirts are cool as shit, and people want to see him.
All right.
And I think everything about Karrion Kross just screams star.
Yeah.
The AJ Styles hair needs to stop, but other than that, I like this match. Sami Zayn won with a haluva kick, but keep in mind, this is Saudi Arabia. He was going to win. That was to be expected.
That was just going to happen.
It was. It really was. Okay. This is with hindsight. This was not a bad call. Jacob Fatu does not need the United States champion.
No.
He's already popular enough. He did not need it. But he couldn't lose his first WrestleMania.
Right.
That's sort of why he was put in this position. He was gone from TV for a couple of weeks before making his return 2 days ago. So that was there. And solo with the United States champion is fine.
Yeah.
And this was a great way to introduce Hikuleo, also known now as Talatonga.
Yep.
I don't hate the name. It fits with everybody else.
Yep.
And this is before the name of the group, which is My Family Tree or MFT.
I keep thinking it's NFT, and I'm like, what? They're missing an opportunity to produce an NFT for this.
Well, maybe if it was, 2 years ago, but they're not doing that because the NFTs, people realize they're a gigantic scam.
Right.
And people just...
I don't think WWE wants that reputation.
They had NFTs.
Oh, that's true. They did.
Yeah, they had NFTs for like 3 months, and they're like, well, this is probably not a great idea.
This is stupid.
Well, it's probably not a great idea for reputation. But between the two, this was the better match. I thought the women's match was better, which is weird because Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton.
That's an instant classic match.
But then you had Jade Cargill and Asuka, where I'm like, maybe it was because of the expectations.
Yeah.
But Jade has improved so much.
She has.
She has really gotten the hang of just
It's an interesting power dynamic too because of Naomi's Money in the Bank.
Right. Actually, that's sort of why this works really well.
That's why this match works a lot better is because of the power dynamic, essentially, that is occurring.
Right. You have Jade Cargill, who has the match for SummerSlam, and you have Naomi, who has Money in the Bank. It's a very interesting dynamic within the SmackDown women's division. I just really like this match. I thought it was, not the worst one I've ever seen, and Jade Cargill was the right call. I like Asuka. I think there was a great opportunity for her to be Miss Money in the Bank because you can do a lot with that, given her Empress of Tomorrow shtick. You could really capitalize on that, but Jade had too much momentum going into this match. She really did. And finally, the main event. John Cena, CM Punk for the Undisputed Champion.
John Cena and the traitor, or not the traitor, the hypocrites, if you want to say that, CM Punk.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I think
that tweet didn't age well.
Yeah, well, here's a couple of things. People really gave Punk a lot of shit because then the next day when he got back from Chicago, he joined in on a women's march for the equal rights nonsense that they still try to perpetuate, right? But people are like, well, why did CM Punk go over there and do that? So CM Punk is employed. And when you are employed, sometimes you have to do things you do not want to do. CM Punk might have had the pull to say no. I don't know why he didn't say no. He maybe keeps his professional and his personal life separate.
Yeah.
That's a thing that happens. And this was an opportunity for Punk to finally have this match with John. John
has very limited dates.
Right. He has limited dates. When are they going to do this again?
Right.
Are they going to do it at SummerSlam? That's already gone because you have Cody Rhodes beating John at that pay-per-view, probably.
Allegedly.
Probably. You could do it for his last match, but I think his last... I mean, I don't know.
I think his last match is rumored to be with Gunther.
That'd be cool. I mean, it's hard to say why. Punk did... Well, once again, Punk did apologize for what he said. I think it was more of a shtick to The Miz than it was to Saudi Arabia.
It probably was.
But it did come off as very juvenile. And Punk is an adult. And he has made a lot of very, I fucked up, I apologize decisions.
Right.
And, I mean, him being in WWE shows how much he's grown up since those tweets.
Right.
But people keep their personal and their professional life separate.
Right.
I mean... I'm employed, Peanut Gallery's employed. We do things we don't want to do all the time. It happens. tournaments. So you all need to chill out. I know that you're a bunch of unemployed losers that bitched
we're
about it.
We're talking about the IWC, right?
Yeah, the IWC.
Excellent.
Not the people who watch our channel. They're great. They have jobs. But the people...
It's all the other people.
It's all the other people who say that I'm a racist, even though I've been proven that I'm not. It's the people who try to, dox me and make disparaging comments and death threats and
But
all
anyways...
Punk probably separates out his life. He saw the opportunity. He was going to take it.
Yeah.
At that point, you have to ask him why he went.
Right.
Instead of making wild assumptions about people.
Right.
Probably a good idea. But that was the end of this show. Peanut Gallery, do you have a final?
Nope.
All right. So when we...
Let's do the gauntlet. I've seen enough wrestling this weekend.
When we come back, we are going to be covering Ring of Honor's Super Card of Honor.